are liberal influencers, are people in the podcast space potentially going to be held liable for mistakes or things that are not said correctly? What do I mean? This case, nobody is talking about, but I found very interesting. And it could set a precedent in the podcasting, live streaming world. And this is it from News 24, which is from AFP. I'm fighting a sneeze off here. Hopefully I can get through the show. Trans pilot sues influencer for lies about plane crash that killed 67. And this is the woman who is suing. Of course, there's a lot of layers to this as well. First of all, what is the lie? That you're a woman, or that you were in the, like, what is the lie that you're seeking to rectify? That's really the question you have to look at. A transgender, dude who thinks he's a woman, pilot filed a defamation lawsuit on Wednesday against a conservative influencer who falsely claimed on social media that she was flying a military helicopter that collided with a passenger jet in Washington in late January. Now, I have to tell you, yeah, well, she's a guy. That State Farm commercial was ahead of its time. Yeah, well, she's a guy. So it is what it is in that regard. I even reported on it too, but I also said, I remember saying, listen, this is not verified. This is just being kind of thrown out on social media because everybody wants to be the first to report something. Everybody wants to be the breaking, wind and news and all these other kinds of things. So mistakes are made. Now, of course, news outlets have a little bit of a shield on that because they're news outlets and sometimes they get things wrong. They can print a retraction. It is the Wild West in this place that I'm in, this live streaming podcasting, because we're not news journalists, although a lot of people with a podcast call themselves journalists. We're really just a bunch of idiots talking into microphones, and whoever is wise enough, in your case, smart enough, and dare I say attractive enough to watch this show is lucky to get it. But there's no real rules on what we do here. There's no rules to it. So Joe Ellis sues Matthew Wallace, an influencer with 2.2 million followers on X, saying he concocted a destructive and irresponsible defamation campaign against her following the crash that killed 67 people aboard both aircrafts. One of his posts, which garnered millions of views, said the Black Hawk pilot might have participated in a trans terror attack, falsely accusing her of intentionally causing the midair collision due to her depression and gender dysphoria, according to the lawsuit. Now, the thing is, that dude went out on a limb saying that. He didn't say, sources are saying, but it looks like the person who was piloting the helicopter was a trans person. This dude was like a trans terror attack and rah, 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 and so forth, just kind of screaming out nonsense. And you know why he did it? He did it to get attention, because that's how you get attention on X. You get the most wacky idea, you fire it out there, you get the retweets and the Elon bucks. Well, I hope he kept the Elon bucks from all those retweets and likes, because I'm thinking he's gonna have to pay. Yeah, some of these people think they're legit journalists, but they're really not. They're literally, we're all just people. We're people. We're just people talking into microphones. And if we're lucky enough to do this where we can be compensated for it and make a living on it, we really have to be thankful for it, because we really don't have to. We don't have, this is not guaranteed. There was no immediate comment from Wallace. He later deleted the post about Wallace. The suit further accuses Wallace of using his prominent stature on X, where he maintains multiple accounts, of seeking to monetize a false narrative. Yikes. I don't know. She may be right. He knew, because of the anti-DEI stuff Trump was talking. We don't know. It was a DEI pilot. We don't know. Maybe, they were saying that, and they were firing off this stuff. And he knew if he put something, if I would actually, you may not like this, but I would actually take this case in her favor. I would absolutely do it, because it would place some kind of brackets on this. Now, some of you are going to blast me for it, and I hope you do. I hope you blast me for this, by saying, let the information flow and let people figure it out for themselves. The problem with that is people's lives are ruined. I didn't cover it, but I know we talked about the Mississippi State University, the girl in Mississippi who apparently had relations with her boyfriend's father. That was a while back. She came out and she's like, completely untrue. I didn't do it. My life is ruined. I had to go online and now I can't go back to school and I have to do something else. I don't know if she's lying or not, but if she is telling the truth, her life was ruined because somebody picked something up and fired off on social media. Do you agree? And let me know in the comment section below if you're watching live or if you're watching in the replay. Should we put brackets on social media? Should you be held accountable if you say a trans person was participated in a trans terror attack against the Trump administration, which is essentially what this Michael Wallace guy said? I don't know. Part of me thinks that she may have a legit argument, because people's lives are ruined on social media every single day. Part of me is like, hey, man, it's the Wild West. I don't know. But the fake lawyer in me, the Matt Murdock in me, would probably take her side, because I would have to ask. Yes, that's why you're right, Michael. That's why I said allegedly, obviously. The smarter ones always say, take with a grain of salt. This is not confirmed. It's alleged. We don't know. That's this guy's problem. And I think that might be the solution. This guy's problem is he went ham on, she did it. She participated in the attack. It's her fault. Yada, yada. That's where he's probably going to get nailed to the wall. As tens of thousands of social media posts falsely accused Ellis of pointing or piloting the ill-fated helicopter, she worries that someone might track her down using public records. I mean, these are legitimate complaints. The damage caused by Wallace was instantaneous and immense, resulting in suffering for his family due to the hatred inspired by the lies. So there's definitely I don't know. I'm going to try and keep track of this story. I'm so ADD. I might not. I'm not going to promise you that. But I'd like to see where this goes. And if the guy has the money, he's going to have to settle out of court. He's going to have to settle. Because he went way too hard on this case by trying to make it factual. And it will set a trend for pretty much everybody else to say, you better not say that. You better say allegedly. You better say allegedly the next time you say something.